look jacked in this camera.
I like that it makes us stand. Okay, now I have to make sure that the special lights are blinking, Jesse said. Okay,
So you can't hear it if you don't. Oh, okay. So I haven't been talking into the mic.
Yeah, but now this is real. Oh my god. Did we make it? Is it too loud?
It's real.
Does that feel too loud or is it good?
I mean,
Okay. Okay. Okay, so those officially when I'll do like a signal like for us to shut up because these are hot mics essentially. Okay. It's not recording yet, but means they're ready to record. And if we talk during the intro, it'll record it. But Jesse can delete it later.
Okay. But can it pick it up if I'm not saying it into the mic?
Yeah, kind of. Like if you're like, it'll still get on the mic. You just laugh.
See what they mean about adding an outtake.
Yeah. I don't want to burp in the mic.
Oh, that's what'll happen if we interview Jackie.
Snort in the mic.
Yes. Please direct all snorts. We'll have to have a snort mic separate that attaches.
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready?
This is real. Yeah, but real but play. But it's real. Real, but for fun.
I don't know what to do with my
For fun. Jeez.
Okay, you're gonna really like the music, so don't talk because it's gonna feel real.
I can't wait.
This music is called Redondo Beach Short. So it's like we're on the show The OC, which I was a really big fan of back in the day. Okay, ready? I'm gonna push the record button. Silence. Okay, this is the No Pants Side Pony experience, first ever episode.
Yeah.
I'm Katie Hogan.
I'm LaChance.
And this is a podcast. There are a few of those out there, but somehow we got tricked into adding one out there into the ethers. So we're just gonna see how this goes and hopefully get some feedback from you all. This is basically just us feeling like some female voices could be out there more, and we wanted to be the ones that fill it. Some positive, strong female voices. We're both top-level coaches and athletes, been doing both of those things for a long time, and we just wanted to share our experience, maybe throw out some coaching tips, different ideas of what training's like for us or for our clients, and just, you know, kind of
talk about stuff.
Yeah, get the talks out. So let's just start with who the heck we are and why we named it what we did. This is No Pants LaChance, who's my new friend that moved up here.
What's up, guys?
And so yeah, like why are you here now? Why are you in NorCal? You weren't as of months ago.
I know. I moved here. We were kind of just ready for a change with my boyfriend Keegan. We were living in Arizona, and we just wanted something different. Wanted a new training environment. He was ready for a new job. I was, ready for a new job. So, like, the stars just kind of aligned. Like, he was competing in the Highland Games out here, and we swung by and visited CSA. And Kieran was like, "Hey, you want to work here?" And I was like, "Yeah." And Keegan got a job out here, and we're like, "Why not? Like, we both have jobs, so let's just do it." So we did it.
That's kind of crazy. And just pick up your stuff and go.
But I've been doing that since college, pretty much.
Like, moved a lot.
College in Arkansas. From there, I went to St. Louis to train for the games. From there, I went to Arizona to train grid, and then from there, here.
Jeez. So have you been in any one place aside from college for 4 years, right?
7.5.
Okay.
I did my master's degree.
Oh, awesome.
So
okay. So you were definitely in Arkansas the longest as of recent, at least, since home.
Right.
So how long? Missouri was like a year?
Missouri was a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Arizona about a year?
It was, it was a little bit over a year.
So we're going to try to hold you down for longer
I
than
plan on staying here.
I'm going to try to not get you to break up with us. Do you like NorCal so far?
I love NorCal.
Good.
I mean, besides the rain every other day. But
which we're not allowed to complain about, but yeah,
sure.
I get you.
I understand the drought thing.
Yeah, no, now it's starting to turn more into Arizona weather, right?
Yeah,
we got the heat coming in.
We need tans.
All right, so we won't talk about weather too much. Sorry. Okay, so this is for the listeners, because I kind of know what's going on because I'm there on a daily basis, but what is your training like right now? You're a former games athlete. Obviously, that's still on your radar as wanting to get back there and keep competing, but what's the day-to-day like for Alex?
So it's a little bit different these days. So I hurt my back last year at ECCs, which most people probably don't know, because I just trained through all of last season. So I had a back injury. It would hold me out of training for a couple days at a time. Like, it would get so bad I couldn't really walk, wouldn't really be able to pick up a barbell. And then regionals was around the corner, and we were like, you know what, just got to suck it up, get through regionals. Regionals wasn't great. Found out that I had adrenal fatigue.
Which is extremely serious.
Yeah. So basically,
I think a lot of people say, like, when they're really tired, they're like, oh, I think I have adrenal fatigue. It's like, no, you don't understand.
Yeah.
It's on another level.
Yeah, so mine was like years and years in the making. I was an elite gymnast, did gymnastics my whole life, trained 7 hours a day, didn't really eat a ton of food for how much I trained. And then when I went to college, I did D1 gymnastics, had an eating disorder for like 9 years. So lots of overtraining, not a lot of eating. And then went into CrossFit and was like super excited to do this new sport. And again, like, had an eating disorder, was training a ton, not really taking care of myself. And so that kind of all finally hit me after regionals, or not even after regionals, but after regionals I was like, whoa, let's see what's wrong. Like, my body's not working the way it's supposed to.
You were getting the signals during regionals, right?
Yeah, all
things
season.
just weren't right. Okay, even before.
Yeah. So body's not producing hormones, no adrenaline, like the 3, 2, 1 go, where you're usually like heart's pounding.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Or like right before a podcast starts.
Yeah, I feel it now. My adrenals are working because my heart's pounding right now.
Oh, that's a really big, like, physical tell.
So it took a couple of months off of training to get my body working the way it needed to. The back started feeling a little bit better, but it was still there. Still bothered me every time I picked up a barbell. And then this Christmas, I don't know what happened, but I was just doing a regular training day and came home from the gym, couldn't stand up, couldn't walk for a couple of days. And I've been trying to push through it, and then a couple weeks ago, I was like, I can't run, I can't jump, I can't swing on a bar, I can't pick up a barbell. The Open's like 3 weeks away. Let's just stop, get healthy, and then be 100% for next year. So it's like a lot of rehab stuff, a lot of mobility, and then just a lot of #butt stuff that I'm always posting about that you guys seem to love. So all that stuff to try to let my hips align and let my back heal.
Good stuff. It's got to be a really hard decision to not do the Open, as someone who's clearly pushed through pain numerous times in your athletic career and just been like, it's fine, I'll get through it. And I know if there was a way you could,
right,
you would.
Right. It's to the point where, like, if I try to jump, my legs give out. So it's not even like, oh, I'll just push through the pain. Like, you can't push through when you're on the ground.
Right. It's like your body's sending you messages.
Yeah.
It's still a frustrating thing to accept,
right.
But you know, like, the approach now is, well, let's get back to 100%. Let's not just, you know, keep nudging
grind
along.
through another year. That's, I mean, I think everyone owes it to themselves to see what their potential is, and you have to be healthy in a bunch of different ways in order to ever achieve your potential. So it's like, just take the time, do it right, and then, you know, see where we're at.
It can be tough with these seasons to not just feel like, you know, it's now or never, and this is my year, and, you know, I got my goals, but those will still be there.
Next CrossFit's there next year.
Yeah.
Like, it's still going to be there.
Exactly. And
the Open's still happening next year.
The Open is going to happen again and again. If you're interested in competing, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
If for some weird reason it did, these movements are still there.
Right.
You know, the gym is still there. Like, you can still try for your muscle up next month or whatever it might be. It's like, sometimes that sense of urgency takes over, and it's good to have that. It motivates us. It keeps us up, getting up in the morning. But, you know, I have a lot of friends and athletes that sometimes don't listen to the signals that their body's sending. So I think that's a really great message. And I think, you know, anyone that's listening or watching, if you have injuries, if you have, maybe you can't tell if it's on that kind of a level or not, like, reach out to a coach or a friend, or, you know, I always tell people, feel free to reach out to me. I know I've had a back injury in the past and have got to help people remotely with just some things that I've tried, or, you know, don't just stop moving altogether, but let's take a real assessment. Stop just taking the deadlift at 50% and really, you know, analyze what's wrong with mechanics or internally what's going on. So
yeah, so for me, mine was because my body alignment, like, my one side of me is really, really flexible and the other side's not. So even just keeping up with your mobility every day and making sure, like, if your left side's super tight, your right side's super flexible, like, that can lead to a devastating back injury that's going to hold you out for a whole year. So take your time, do your mobility. That's something I never took seriously. And now I have no choice but to do so much mobility.
Yes.
And it's just like, Katie does over an hour every single day.
For sure. Have to, like you said. It's we call it sometimes prehab, like before needing rehab, you need to do prehab. So
now it's pre and re for me.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, exactly. So we're trying to come back from either a nagging pain that we know is going to turn into something, or, you know, like in Alex's case, it's something that's now held her back from what she's been able to do in the past. So that could seem like a total bummer, but what we're going to do is we're going to spin it into something that's actually really great, and sharing the journey, whether it be frustrations or, you know, just it can be a drag to go into the gym and see all your friends doing stuff and you not be able to.
I mean, everyone's training volume is so high right now. Everyone's doing like these cool, intense things and like dying and laying on the floor, and I'm like over here doing my couch stretch and my assault bike.
Sure.
Like
it's really hard, right? Yeah. And I think a lot of people can relate to that feeling. And I think that's a lot of the times the questions that I do get are people, it's not just like, oh, how do I fix my back or my knee or my shoulder? It's more of like, how did you cope with it? Because we're in a community of people that love to work, right? You know, and they love to feel that, you know, that energy, and it gets you through the rest of the day when you go in the gym and have a great session. So if they're going to the gym and it's all I got to do is stretch today, you can let it really take you down.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know you have a whole other side of your world, which instead of just training yourself, you're also training other people. Is how much of you training in classes or clients or even remote training is that help pump you up for, you know, what you don't get to do, like live vicariously through your clients, kind of.
Yeah, I've got a ton of online clients that I'm coaching through muscle ups, and people are getting their first muscle ups, and you know, people are getting, you know, their first chin up and their first butterfly pull up, and it's like, I might not be doing new and exciting things in my training right now, but it is like just as exciting, if not more, when like someone who's been like grinding through the drills and the progressions, and then it finally all clicks and they get it. Like, I get so, like, I'm such a dork. I get so pumped up. Like, I do the victory dance like with them because it's
for them.
Yeah, like that's so cool.
It is. It's the best. Yeah. Well, it's been really cool having you, the coaching staff at CSA, and getting to see a lot of the posts you're putting up. So hopefully that gets to keep growing, and we get to see more of your coaching. I think it'd be fun for us to put up some different coaching tips or talk through some of the drills that we do. I know I always love to learn more as a coach. That's definitely, I'm never at my limit as far as things I can get better at. And
there's a million things.
Watching other people train, you're just like, oh, it's a great way of saying that or cueing that. And I'm all about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's your job, right?
Pretty much,
that's what you do for CrossFit.
Yes, yeah, we get a lot. So as I work for CrossFit, training the seminar staff, level 1s and level 2s, and so I get to go around the world. Usually stay pretty local, but teaching the CrossFit word. And what's really great about that program, not only do I get to meet new people in different cities and hear their stories, and again, just sharing our love of CrossFit, but I get to watch amazing trainers every weekend who are, you know, maybe doing things a little bit different than me, or they say it a certain way, or they demonstrate it, and I can steal that, make it my own, and bring it back to the gym. And I love that about my job, where I'm never done growing, and we get constant feedback from the coaching staff about how to improve, and it's constructive. It's not like you hear constructive criticism, but the real word that sticks in your mouth is criticism, like, oh, so I did it wrong. It's like, no, it really is constructive. It builds you up. It gives you a pathway of how to achieve that next level, of whether in your lecturing or in demonstrating or whatever it may be. They give you a path for it, and it's something that I get to try out, whether it's with classes at the gym, clients one-on-one. You know, I work with a high school team doing their strength and conditioning for their sports, and I just think it's so great to always be on that, you know, the next cutting edge of whatever it might be. So if you're at a gym with a coaching staff that seems to be a few years behind, or you're getting the same cues that are just not clicking for you, make sure that you reach out and find that, because a great coach is someone that's never satisfied with where they're at. You know, you don't want that complacency. I always feel that way even about like doctors. Like if a doctor thinks they know everything,
then they don't.
That worries me. Yeah, that really worries me. It's like you've got to keep learning and advancing, and so that's why I love when a new coach comes in and does things differently, because I get to hear it a whole new way. Yeah. It's like, you're not literally going backwards. It's the same movement, whatever it may be, but they have a different eye for it.
Yeah.
So
And CrossFit is so many different sports combined,
Yeah.
so many different specialties that, like, if that wasn't your sport growing up, then you have 1,000,001 things to learn about how to coach that sport, how to do that sport.
right.
I have a gymnastics background, so I feel confident coaching gymnastics, but at the same time, there's 1,000,000 other ways to coach the same movements that I grew up doing.
Sure.
And then again, like weightlifting, powerlifting, rowing, like,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't be a specialist in everything.
No.
So
Yeah,
you
exactly.
can always learn new ways to coach it.
Yeah, definitely. So it's been pretty cool having the ability to collaborate a little bit. Let's see. What else?
How's your training going?
Oh,
Coming from, so I'm
the training.
the broken back training over here.
Oh, we
We've
call
got
it broke back
broke
training.
back training because it's so much butt stuff.
Oh my god.
That's perfect. And I started in the mic for you guys, so welcome to your first No Pants
Everything
Snore.
on the first episode. Yeah, no, I get to do a lot of exercise. That's like maybe my least favorite question because it's like, how's your training? It's like, what do you even say to that?
How is it different than last year?
It's hugely different in the volume. It's more volume than I would recommend to most people, and it's taken me at least a year. I started the program I'm on about 1.5 years ago. I'm working with Margot Alvarez, her coach, Alex Cardenas. He's been programming. It's the Prepare and Execute plan, and they have a whole website with what they're trying to put out to people, but essentially I'm trying to train like Margot because I've seen it work firsthand. She was in my region for several years in Northern California, and now she's moved to a couple of different regions, but just seeing how her hard work has paid off, and
She's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I just haven't approached training volume in this way ever in my life. It's just arguably on some days feels like too much, but I'm able to get through it in one piece, and so I'm trusting the process.
And you keep getting better.
I
You
am.
can
I'm
feel like you're
noticing things getting better. It's been really tough to just show up every day and know that it's the right thing to do to go through all this, because I wasn't used to it for a long time. So like I said, I've been on it for 1.5 years. I'm training in the gym anywhere between 5 to 6.5, 2 days ago, hours in the gym, and that is basically, it feels like a full-time job, but it's a great job because I love the exercise. I love CrossFit. I love that I'm active, and I love, like you said, that I'm getting better and I'm seeing the results. Having to work on more than just skill stuff, also just getting my engine up to par, getting my stamina. So much of this is shoulder stamina for me.
Is that what you say your weakness is?
Absolutely.
Shoulder stamina?
Being able to last, whether it be in, say, like high rep muscle ups or high rep handstand push ups or handstand walking. Not that the positions themselves or the technique can't continue to improve, but at this point it's also like just
sustaining
doing
it
more.
Yeah.
Just doing a heck of a lot more than I ever had. So it's been fun.
Loose term there.
Yeah. To be honest, it's been tough on days where I felt like I was on my own. So when I first started doing it, Margot was still living nearby. She would come train with me.
Yeah.
Alex was there too to coach, and like literally through the workout stand right there and tell me, how to break up a set or how to approach a certain, movement. And it was very one-on-one coaching. And then just to have Margot as a positive, as a buddy basically to get through the day with. And then they ended up moving to Texas, so I was on my own. I know. Bonus is that I didn't have to compete against her.
That's true.
But yeah, they left, and so I was training on my own for a long time. Had a few people coming in and out, and now it's been pretty consistently. I got a couple of guys in the gym that'll jump in with
They
me.
tag in and out.
But
they can't do the whole thing. But
No, and they don't need to, and they shouldn't. And
Right.
that's okay. But it's an intimidating program. I mean, anytime guys or girls jump in with me for even just a workout, I tell them, not without sounding cheesy or condescending about it, like that they're legitimately brave to do that, because it's
a big whiteboard of
really
lots of things.
tough stuff. And to just admit when maybe they need to scale something, movement, reps, rounds, load, and they do so willingly, and they look to me as a peer and as a coach, and hey, what should I do on this?
Yeah, they check the ego.
Yeah, exactly. My chest to bar aren't up to par, so what should I? Okay, we're gonna adjust that down.
Yeah.
And being able to do that is to me, that's really brave. That's because it's so much easier to just either tough it out or not do it.
Or not do it.
Just
skip it. Yeah.
completely skip it. So I've been really thankful for that, to have a group of people. I mean, you've trained alone in the past as well.
Yes.
And I mean, there's tons of people out there that do it, and some people maybe they thrive in that environment. They're more of a lone wolf.
Yeah, I think it is important
But-
to train alone sometimes because
Sure.
you have to know how to motivate yourself.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, it is so awesome to have people like struggling next to you.
Yeah,
and
it's
going through the same thing that you're going through.
To me, like, that's what CrossFit was designed for. And I mean, I don't know, not to get too much into like the CrossFit history of it, but that was how it was explained to me when I first started back in 2008. I started by going to classes like everybody else, and I didn't even know you could compete. You know, there was the CrossFit Games 2008 hadn't even happened yet, and I just loved going in with a group of people that soon became my friends and just going as hard as we could. It felt like being on a team again. Where there was like that competitive edge, but you're also like also
rooting
help
for each
other
other,
on.
but you still want to win.
Yeah, like when I played volleyball in college, like I played with my best friends in the world. Like they're still my closest friends, they're my family. But man, I wanted to beat them. Like I wanted to kick their butts.
Yeah.
I wanted the better stats. I wanted to beat them, and that's how we got better as a team. Is that we always tried to push ahead of the next person.
Yeah.
And
Makes
so,
everybody better.
Exactly, and that was always the success that I had in training CrossFit. And then once I branched out of classes and started training either, it wasn't exactly a side program, but I started adding more volume in addition to the class I would take. We always did that in a group, and you know, that was me with a bunch of girlfriends down in Southern California. And it was almost like unspoken, like we would just stay after class and just start doing stuff together, and hey, we should do that, or hey, that I see you're struggling with that, try this. And I don't know, there was so much more of a collaborative, I don't know like the best way to say it. Obviously we were competing against each other. Like we all wanted to be the fastest, and it was tough. You'd be like, oh man, that girl beat me today. And but at the end you would all go out to dinner, or you'd all go out and hang out, go dancing or whatever. Like you were all friends. But there was so much more of like peer coaching happening. I felt like not just like you got it, here we go. Like just like what's the word, like obligatory cheerleading.
No, I know what you're saying. I don't know the word for it, but
like there was some serious like, I want you to get better right now, and I'm going to tell you.
It was like constructive cheering.
Totally. And like whether it was like we're doing lifts and they're like, you need to put more on the bar. Like it was, they knew that by me putting more on the bar, I might be getting stronger than them, but they're like, I saw the way you just lifted that, you need to put more on the bar. And I don't know, I just feel like sometimes when I look at the way CrossFit has evolved, I'm excited, I'm impressed at how far it's come and how far it will continue to go, but there's this like down home feeling that I'm missing, like that used to be there, where now it just feels competitive all the time. And maybe that's just
concerned
not
with the whiteboard, and like they just want to have that top score, and like no matter what it takes to get it done.
Right. Like I'm gonna cheer for you, but really I'm glad I beat you.
Right.
And
right.
I mean, I don't know. Is that wrong? I don't know.
I mean, it's understandable.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not going to tell people to not care or not be, competitive. But I guess because competitions have become so prevalent, they're every weekend in every town.
Yeah, and there's money involved now.
Yeah.
And
prizes. Everyone in the gym is, well, not everyone is like trying to compete, but at our gym we have a very competitive gym. Whether it be like regional level and beyond, or even just people that want to go to the local throwdown. It's a popular part of our gym, and it's not at every gym, but I guess that's where I start to notice that sometimes corners get cut, things get skipped,
reps get shaved sometimes.
Yeah. And I'm like, we're
like,
missing.
Remember the point of it.
Yeah.
The point of the whole thing was just to like get your butt kicked and then laugh about it afterwards.
Yeah, and then I hear these same people telling me things like that they're not going to sign up for the open. I'm like, wait a second, what? Like, yeah, I don't need that. I don't need to pay $20 for that. It's like, but this is the real competition.
Right.
And by real, I mean that like it's officially scored. Like I'm going to take the judges course and make sure that you're doing it correctly. I think, you don't always have a coach watching every one of your reps, so you might be a little bit easy on yourself. And here you're not allowed to. And everyone's like, oh, those workouts suck so much more. No, actually, any workout can suck that bad.
They should feel the same way. It's just now you've got someone watching you, holding you accountable.
And yeah, there is that added, when you pay the $20, you're holding yourself accountable to really work hard for that.
And then you know your name's going to be on a leaderboard, and
Yeah.
you're going to have to scroll down names to find your name, or scroll up names to
Hopefully
find your
scroll
name.
up.
But it's
Yeah,
something that you won't
exactly.
see if you're always at the top of the leaderboard in your
Totally.
class at your gym.
Yeah,
It's
and
going
I
to be a
mean,
little different.
I know 20 bucks is people are like, whatever, like that's not
What is
enough
that,
to
like
hold me
3
accountable.
coffees?
But yeah,
4 coffees?
I just feel like that is where a lot of people are missing the whole concept of it. Like there's gonna be, there's gonna be a chance for you to compare yourself to last year, and everything that's happened between now and then. It might not have it's definitely not all in one direction, like up, 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 up.
Right.
So you know how far you've come in a year as a person, and then to be able to show that physical representation.
Yeah.
I think it's a great community builder. I get chills when people do the open.
Yeah,
Just
I feel it's like an emotional
Yeah,
thing. Like I get excited
absolutely.
for people. You like
So.
struggle with them while you
Yeah.
watch them.
Absolutely.
But so sign up for the open, guys.
Yeah.
Do it.
We're going to talk more about the open on our next one and talk about some of our tips and predictions.